How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you guys 15 tips to use on Theme Park to win more games. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, for the first spot, I'm going to show you guys a really good camera you guys can use with Valk for Armory. You guys can actually put a camera way up here by the light. This camera rarely gets shot whenever you're using it on vending, and a lot of times attackers like to enter through Dragon side whenever trying to push sight. This camera is going to give you a great visual of anyone playing the first floor, as well as attackers when they're playing vertical on the second floor as well. As you guys can see, the camera is going to be very difficult to see, so unless you're hard picking constantly, attackers won't find this camera. All right, guys, for the second tip, we're gonna have a really good angle you guys can use here for this window below control room. So a lot of times attackers will jump through this window just to get the wall that connects to throne. So a lot of times attackers will just jump in this window. They'll just drone the room. They won't check the ceiling or anything. And this is a pretty sneaky angle you guys can use. And a lot of times whoever jumps in the window here, it's typically the hard breacher or the thatcher. So that's gonna be a huge kill if you can get away with it and they won't be able to get the wall. You guys want another really cool camera spot? You guys can put one in barrels to protect this wall as well. You can put the camera all the way up here in the corner. Putting it there, it's going to conceal it pretty well from attackers who are just playing this area. As you can see pretty much everything you need to. You can see the window whenever someone jumps in, the breach, and you can see these corners here that attackers typically like to play whenever they open the wall. So this camera is going to help you tremendously. Unless you're hard picking, this camera is also going to be really difficult to see from the attacker's point of view. Now, if you guys want to do the same thing in control room, but this time watching barrels, you guys can play above. Just make holes up here. You guys can use this to watch the window and barrels that attackers also like to jump in from time to time in order to get the wall. This angle is going to be really nice and concealed because there's a part of the AC vents there, so it's going to hide the holes. So attackers will just drone the room, see that it's clear, they'll just jump in. Most of the time, like I said earlier, this will be some part of the hard breach players, so it's going to be an ace, a thermite, or even thatcher or some of the MPs, and getting a kill on any of those operators is going to be huge, especially during the round. The fifth tip, I typically like to put a pre-placed C4 underneath the door in cafe. The reason I do this is because attackers will always come through this room, especially through this door, and I just always put a camera in this corner because typically when someone drones in, they'll drone straight ahead. They're not going to check the corner up here for a camera, so they typically won't see it, and as soon as I see someone jump in there, I just throw it, and that usually gets a free kill. Okay, guys, for the next cool trick, if you guys like playing Belusi, you guys can actually put a Banshee inside the vending machine like this. The reason why this is a good spot is because attackers are pushing down this hallway to attack A and B. As you guys can see, the Banshee is not visible. Now, it's still going to set off when there's an attacker in this area, and the only way they're going to be able to see it is if they get closer, and even though it's still going to be kind of difficult, even though you can see the light, and even though it's visible from this point of view and they shoot it, they're going to be completely exposed to here. So if you're a defender, this would be a perfect time for you to swing and get the kill, since they won't be focused on you. They'll be focused on destroying this. When I'm attacking, I also like coming up to control room, honestly, and you can actually make holes up here. Typically, defenders will make holes here to throw a C4. There's attackers trying to open this wall right here, but from this angle, you guys can actually see defenders if they're trying to bandage trick or play close to the wall for that C4 spot. So you guys can actually use this angle if there's any defenders walking around this area and possibly get a kill on them. Okay, guys, for the next step, if you guys like playing Echo, you guys can use this cool yokai spot right outside cash. You guys can put this drone outside the door. As you can see, it's outside. Just be careful. Don't put it too far or it's going to start detecting that it's outside. You can use this for a run out if any attackers spawn on this side and if they want to repel on this side and jump in there. You can use this for a run out, kill anyone in this area or in this area right here. For the 9th tip, this one's going to be pretty common, but if you guys aren't doing this, you guys need to start doing this. You guys should put feed holes on this single wall on the left side. This is going to allow you to see the doorway that connects Dragon into sight. This is going to be a pretty common way for attackers to enter through, and just having feed holes here is going to give you much more of an angle and advantage against attackers who are going to be trying to push in through this door last second. If you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know in the comments down below what other videos you guys want to see. Okay, guys, for the 10th tip, this is going to be mainly used for attackers. If you guys are trying to play vert and defenders go throne, you guys can make holes in this specific area in office to destroy anything on the back wall connecting yellow. If they got bandits or cades or meat jammers, whatever the case may be, if you make holes here, you should be able to destroy whatever's on the wall. And usually in this map, typically attackers with the MPs will typically get brought. You don't really see vert play being played here, but in this specific room, you can utilize vert play perfectly and destroy anything on this wall. If you guys want, you guys can do the exact same thing right outside the door in cafe. You guys can put the yokai right outside the door. As you guys can see, it's outside, but it's not detecting the yokai. And you guys can just prep the window for a jump out whenever the attackers are getting caught off guard. And this could actually help you guys get kills on defense. All right, guys, for the next tip, if you guys like playing Mira, you guys can put this Mira set up an office. A really good strat I like doing, I typically put head holes, but I do it typically on this height because I can just crouch, make a punch hole, and you can use this little angle to surprise the attackers. Now, typically they'll just shoot the barricade open and they'll be focused on the head holes because they typically expect the mirror to swing out. So they'll just be shooting the head holes nonstop, but they won't realize that you'll have a little punch hole right here that you can use to get a kill whenever they swing out. Another strat that you guys can actually do with this mirror strat, you guys can put a pre-placed C4 right here, like this. Let's just say, for example, they come through this door and it's like a Monty or Blitz. They're just gonna walk in with their shield up, but once they get to the wooden panel, you can detonate the C4, and that's gonna kill anyone in the area. If you guys like playing Maestro, you guys can put an Evil Eye right here on top of the rafters. So the reason why you want to do this, because if you're defending, you could easily reinforce this wall and this wall right here. Doing this is gonna limit the attackers from going in through any of these soft walls, but since they're reinforced, they're not gonna be able to go through it unless they use a hard breach. But it doesn't matter how attackers try to do this, they cannot jump from here to the rafters right here. The only way this Maestro gets destroyed is if they're shooting at it while you're using it, they throw a grenade, or they use like a Sophia or a Nash charge. Sledge is not going to be able to destroy this, and even with EMPs, it's only going to disable it for temporarily, so this Evil Eye should pretty much stay up the whole round. Last Evil Eye, if you guys want to use it in Throne, you can put it right here whenever you're defending. This is a really good spot to use just because it's going to force attackers to jump up here and destroy it. And whenever you're defending Throne, typically the way you want to defend this, you want to waste as much time as possible. So most of the time, attackers usually just push in this site with like 20 seconds left. And when there's 20 seconds left, I highly doubt they're going to be focused on an Evil Eye that's in the room on such an awkward position to destroy it. They're just going to be focused on whoever's alive in the area. But regardless, this Evil Guy is going to provide a lot of good intel for you and your team.